is super funny. This is the first time I'm seeing my hair look like this. And you know, I have this thing where like The Lion King is my favorite movie and I kind of look like Mufasa and I like that vibe. So whatever. Look at this blonde. Anyways, let me get into this video. Let me overreact to this entire weekend of college football because I have a lot to say about the craziness that happened during this week. And listen, some of you are going to say, it's not over yet. She dropped this video too early. She doesn't even know there's another game. That game isn't going to change my opinion. Whatever Florida State and Boston College have going on, I don't really care. It's not going to change my opinion. I'm just going to talk about some things I'm going to overreact about from this weekend. So I'm going to be very honest here. There are some things that I think have ruined football and really ruined sports. And respectfully, the fact that you can just watch a game and like go through the game and watch all the highlights, and then the fact that you're placing money on a game and you think that because you're placing money on a game, now you understand how football works. I don't really love that. I think it's impacting the game because I think a lot of times when you look at the box score, you assume you know how games went because you're looking at the end score. But a lot of times that's really not how the games go. But whatever, that's not my overreaction. Let me get into my overreaction. So the first two overreactions I have is Clemson is terrible and so is Oregon. So that's the hill I'm standing on and I'm leading with it. I think Clemson needs to step up their game. I think they need to come into 2024 and I think that's on Dabo. So whatever he wants to do, but as he stays back in the past, I think his team's going to suffer from it. And then Oregon, listen, they'll probably figure it out. They have amazing athletes. They paid them a ton of money. They should be good. I think Dan Lanning will figure it out, but that's showing that they're terrible. So my first overreaction is that Oregon is terrible and so is Clemson. My second overreaction is TMac is the best receiver in the game. He looks the part, he runs the part, he catches the part, he looks fantastic. He's perfect size, perfect speed, team uses him correctly. So TMac is the best receiver in college football. And if you have a problem with that, I don't really care. The second thing I will say of my overreaction while I'm here is Travis Hunter should go number 1 in the NFL draft. I don't care what team has a number 1 pick. I think you take Travis Hunter and I think you figure it out from there. I don't think any team should not take Travis Hunter. As of week 1, every single team in the NFL, if you get the first round pick, your first round pick should be Travis Hunter. No ands, ifs, or buts. I don't care if I'm overreacting. The guy is electric. The guy makes plays. If the ball touches his hands, he's going to catch it. He's exciting. Why would you not want to take Travis Hunter first round pick? So my overreaction for week 1 is going to be Travis Hunter should be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, and I don't care who has the number 1 pick. The next thing I'm going to say is welcome Miami to the party. Welcome Miami back to, I don't know what they're back from, but they looked good. They played the part. Cam Ward looked good. Offense looked good. Defense looked good. Offensive line looked good. D-line looked good. So welcome Miami. We've been missing you. I think football is better when Miami is good. And so welcome to the party, Miami. I'm super excited to have you. You have a super easy schedule, so don't screw this up. So Miami is back. Welcome. The other thing I'll say is Alabama, let the naysayers know. Alabama. Sorry, that tickled me. Alabama came in, took care of business, did what they're supposed to do, looked good, looked athletic, looked every bit of Alabama. Listen, I know they didn't play anybody. This is week 1 overreaction, so let me overreact. Roll Tide. I can't even get it out because it's so crazy. The other overreaction I will say is that Iowa has the best offense ever. Iowa can score points. And if Iowa can score points, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to beat them because you know what? Historically, Iowa literally scored like 16 points. It was they played the most boring football ever, but they win games. And so you know what? Iowa scored 40 points, Iowa. So Iowa's a brand new team. So y'all better watch out for Iowa in the Big Ten because they are coming and they are coming to win the game and they're going to make things happen. So welcome to the party, Iowa. Welcome to the offensive party. The other thing I'll also say, and I don't know if Baylor's going to win a lot of games. I expect Baylor to be a disruptor this year. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what I'm saying, but Baylor looked good. They look fast. They look quick. They can score. So I am just going to say Baylor is going to upset some teams and make a couple people very angry with the fact that they're going to win some games that they probably shouldn't win. So I'm going to say that. And Ole Miss would like to be invited to the party. Ole Miss is basically telling us, make this make sense. Why don't you all think about us? What about us? What about us? What about us? The quarterback looked great. They looked good. Ole Miss showing up to the party doesn't hurt anybody. I actually picked Ole Miss to go to the playoffs. And so I am going to overreact this week. And I'm going to say Ole Miss is here and they're ready to play. And I'm going to say they are going to make it all the way to the Final Four. Okay, that's probably a little bit dramatic. But you know what I'm saying. Ole Miss is here. The other overreaction I just want to throw out there is that Tennessee and USC are going to make the playoffs. You heard it here first. Tennessee and USC are going to be in the 12-team playoff. I don't know who they're replacing. I don't know how they're going to get there, but I don't know. USC, Tennessee, it just makes sense, right? Like Tennessee looked dominant. USC beat LSU. Like, why not? Like, why can't Tennessee and USC make it to this party? So that's my other overreaction. Tennessee and USC, here we go. And I just want to say, a USC versus Texas in the playoffs or a USC versus Tennessee in the playoffs, those are really good storylines. So I'm just saying. Last and certainly not least, my overreaction for week one that will probably get me in trouble because somebody's going to clip this and have it and be ready to show it to me when it doesn't happen is Texas is winning the Natty. Hook 'em horns. Texas is winning the Natty. That is the only way to overreact when your team wins 52-0. Okay, that's the only way to overreact. Your team wins 52-0 first week of the season. You're obviously way more talented than the team you beat. So you overreact and you say, oh yeah, we're definitely going to the Natty. We're going to win this Natty. So why can't I overreact to my team? So my last and final overreaction is going to be Texas to the Natty. Hook 'em. Everyone is going to be sick and freaking tired of me, and I'm going to love every second of it. This is actually an overreaction, but I do think I am very interested to see how Texas plays Michigan. All week, I'll have stuff about Texas and Michigan, but Texas is going to the Natty. So if I can overreact with all these other teams, I am also going to overreact to my team. So here they are. Here are all my overreactions from the things that I saw this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen next week, but I think it's funny to just make things up as I go along and make it seem like I think all these things are going to happen when really I think about 2 or 3 of the things I'm going to happen are actually really going to happen. But who knows? It should be a fun football season. And I just like to kind of make things up as I go along just to see what happens and to look back at this and see how wrong I was, or who knows? Maybe I saw something that somebody else didn't see and I was actually right. But you never know. So very overreactions of week one of the college football playoff, or this isn't the college football playoffs, just college football. And you know what? Maybe I'm just so excited that it's back and I'm just making things up to make them sound good. But listen, it is what it is. And football is back and I get to talk about football. And so I will make these silly videos if I want to. But comment below and let me know if you think anything isn't an overreaction, or if I said something that you were actually thinking about, but that when you thought it was crazy, but now hearing me say it, you're kind of like, see, I wasn't the only one. I would love to hear your comments below. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.